It's happening in every neighborhood.
Open the door! Who is he? Huh? This is why you really want to leave me.
No, I didn't.
Down every street. Sickness, addiction, and violence has been turning countless homes into crime scenes. Suffering, depressed, alone, suicidal.
I came to the UCKG. My life was a mess because I lost my mum some years ago, and it was something that I never quite got over. It really did destroy my life in terms of even to the point of me wanting to maybe take my life at certain points, and suffered with panic attacks. When I was at work, I would have panic attacks, and I became, all I did at that time was just go to work and come home, and I never really left my house. So I even kind of kept myself away. So spiritually I was destroyed, and things were a mess. So when I came, one of the first things that I learned was that I could have my own personal relationship with God, not just to know God. So that was the first thing I learned. And when I came, especially coming on a Friday for the deliverance services, and I remember the last time that I actually ever had like a panic attack, it was actually in a service, and the pastor at that time who was here, he made a strong prayer for me, and ever since then I've never suffered with a panic attack. My life now, I'm married, I have a child, I have a little boy. My financial life is a lot better than it was before. If it wasn't for the fact that the UCKG was here, I wouldn't have known where to turn to. I always say that if I didn't find God, the Holy Spirit, God in the UCKG, I probably might have taken my life a long time ago. Having my relationship with God has completely changed my life.
There is something really serious happening on the planet. It is in the interest of the kingdom of darkness that nobody pays attention to this. We will reveal it to you. The Warning for Salvation. A brand new series with 7 episodes on what you need to know about God's message to humanity. On Wednesday at the Night of Salvation at any Universal Church near you.
Hello to all, a very good evening. We are starting the program Problems and Solutions. You have been facing so many things in your life. Things are not going well in your marriage. Things are not going well with your kids, with your family. Your health is always being a mess. You don't know what to do to pay off your debts. Things seem out of control to you. There is a way out. There is a solution for this problem. Faith, through faith, your life can be transformed. You just watch this wonderful life story, this wonderful testimony, and I invite you to stay with us in this program because you will learn more what you can do, what are the steps you can take for your life to be completely transformed. For the miracle you are looking for, yes, a miracle, because you don't see, humanly speaking, a way out of the situation. So you need a miracle. What do you need to do for this miracle to happen in your life? Our lines are open. If you want to call, if you want to give us a text, send us a text on WhatsApp or a message on Facebook. Here we are to answer you, to give you the guidance that you need for your life to be transformed. Are you going through a situation out of your control? Are you going through something you think there is no way out? Tell us about it. Text us, send us a message, or give us a call. We are here, all ears to hear you. And we are ready to show you the direction that these people from the testimony they took. And what made the miracle to happen in their lives is the power of faith. The same faith that is bringing you to watch this program right now. You may even say, I have no faith. I don't know about faith. I don't have a religion. Or you say, I have a religion. Don't mistake it. It's not about religion. It's about the power of faith. It's about results. Things that we will do that will change your life. Stay tuned in our program. We'll be back straight after these wonderful life stories that will certainly inspire each one of you.
I am a call center director. I had a dream when I was a young kid to become a lawyer. I've always wanted to be a lawyer. So I studied really, really hard, and that was something that I had very closely to my heart. However, prior to me going to college, someone had said to me, you're not going to make it into university. And I don't know what happened after that. I started paying attention to those words, and I started believing it. And when I went to college, I just couldn't learn. So I went from someone that was really, really intelligent to someone that just couldn't learn anything. Because of that, I started to feel really inferior, and I started to feel really, really sad, and I started to feel into some sort of a depression. Then I started hanging out with different guys. I would just hang out with different guys because my friends were doing that. So we started doing a lot of those bad things, a lot of drinking, a lot of bad things, and then I ended up getting pregnant. But at the same time, I had no job, no money. I had to move from apartment to apartment because I couldn't afford. So sometimes I would just pack up my bags and move out of that apartment because I couldn't pay for it. And I would just get another apartment, and knowing that I didn't have the money to pay for that one too. I couldn't afford heat. I couldn't afford electricity. I couldn't afford food. So we would be hungry all the time. I used to go to a church down the street that they used to give out canned foods, canned goods. Some days there would be whatever leftovers we would have in the fridge. If it got bad or grew some sort of mold, we would take it out. My mom and I would remove the mold, recook it, and eat it because we would be so hungry there was nothing else for us to eat. My mother had already started to go to church prior to her coming to live with me. So the day when I was suffering so much and I realized I needed help, and my mother had given me the word, I said to myself, what do I have to lose? I've lost everything. Let me just go to church with my mom. So I made the decision to go with her. When I went to church with my mom, the first thing I heard the pastor talk about was to be faithful to God. I started to ask myself, how do I be faithful to God if I don't even have a job? What am I supposed to do? And on that same day, the pastor had talked about having a relationship with him and also to be faithful in your tithe. He didn't say, here's, a bag of rice or anything like that. He just says, here's an envelope. You need to learn to be faithful to God, and you need to be a faithful tither. And you have to put God first. So I said to myself, Lord, from today on, I'm going to put you first. And if I put you first, I know you're going to take care of me. When I left that day, I went looking for a job. And because I had made the decision that going forward, I was going to be faithful to God, I walked the streets because I didn't have a car. And I was able to knock on different places until I found someone that was in need of a translator. And they gave me a job right there and then. So that was my first job. And there was that first time I had gone to church. I started to hear the pastor talk about the Holy Spirit. And he would talk about what was the purpose and the need. Why did we need the Holy Spirit? And I started to understand that I needed to have that in order for me to change my life. We had done the service, when I first went to the Temple of Solomon. I knew that many people would say, oh, she's going into tourism. I looked at it as this is my opportunity, this is my chance. I'm going there to have this encounter with God. I knew that I was going to. Now, I could have had it here, it could have happened anywhere, but because I had prepared for that moment and I had been waiting for it, I knew that it was just a matter of God just sealing me and saying, here's, you've received me, you've received the Holy Spirit. And like I said, it was an experience that I could sit here all day and talk about it, but I would never be able to put into words and put into perspective for someone else to really understand how it is. From someone that was very selfish, when I see someone hurt, I feel for them as well. Things like I would never be able to apologize before the people, never. That was something I didn't want to do. I didn't want to ever do that. Today it's something that's very easy for me to do. My opinions, my views are totally different from what they were before. As far as my love life, he was another challenge that I had to face because he also didn't come to the church. So for a very long time it was a struggle, but I had the strength in this time to fight for him until he then came to Christ himself. So from somebody that did not like the church, he was very, very against me coming to the church. He was against everything I did. Today, he spends more time in the church if he can than I do. We have a happy life. We don't argue at home. We're happy. Sometimes I used to think that I have to depend on someone, the same way I was thinking that depending in the church to go get the food. But the pastor started teaching us how to, once you become faithful tither and once you, open your vision, things change. You're no longer going to depend on anybody. So that little bit of food stamps that the government was giving me, I no longer wanted that. I wanted bigger things. I wanted different things. Today, when I go to a call center and I tell them, here's what I'm going to do for you, I determine what my pay is going to be. So they don't tell me how much they're going to pay me. I tell them, here's what you're going to pay me. From somebody that didn't have a car, I drive a Cadillac. So I change cars whenever I want to. If I want to change my car tomorrow, I can go ahead and switch it up. My greatest blessing is the Holy Spirit. I mean, I've been in the church for 14 years now. I never left because I just see growth. All the desert, all the difficulties, the trials, tribulations that I've had, they just made me stronger. And I just keep going forward because I know that God is with me and He's always going to help me through whatever situation that I'm going through. I wouldn't trade Him for nothing in this world.
There is something really serious happening on the planet. It is in the interest of the kingdom of darkness that nobody pays attention to this. We will reveal it to you. The Warning for Salvation, a brand new series with 7 episodes on what you need to know about God's message to humanity. On Wednesday at the Night of Salvation at any universal church near you.
I am happy.
What has God done for you?
Oh, Lord.
First of all, what was your health problem?
Oh, so many. My blood sugar was out of control. My cholesterol.
Out of control. Give me the numbers.
Well, I don't know if you know what an A1C is, but my A1C was a 10.6. Okay, and that's very bad. Mm-hmm. Okay, and now it's a 6.1.
Mm-hmm. 6.1. How do you know that? Hold on, please. How do you know that?
Because I went to the doctor again, and they did blood work again, and they came back and they said that's what it was. Uh-huh. And my cholesterol was off the charts. They said that I was on heart attack level. Mm-hmm. Now they said that it's like I have no cholesterol problem at all.
What else has God done for you?
Oh, Lord. I was taking off 3 pills. I was taking off one of my cholesterol pills, one of my diabetes pills, one of my pain pills.
Did you drink the water?
Oh, yes. I drank the water. I splashed the water on myself.
What did the doctor say?
My doctor said, keep doing what you're doing. He says, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. I said, well, you know what I'm doing? And I reached down in my purse and I pulled my water out. He says, well, that's just a bottle of water. I said, no, that's not just a bottle of water. That's a blessed bottle of water from my church.
Amen. For the doctor, just a bottle of water. Yes, indeed, it's just a bottle of water. But when you drink it with faith,
yes,
you see what happened. Great is your faith.
Well, after you've been inspired by each life story, I ask you, do you still need a way out? Do you still want a miracle in your life? Take a step of faith. I make an invitation for you to be with us here in our church, either in Gothenburg or in Sweden, here in Stockholm, this Friday. This coming Friday, we have these prayers, strong prayers that will set you free from the troubles. First of all, you need to be free of this fear, of this negativity. Maybe you already convinced yourself that there is no way out. You already convinced yourself that you are not capable, that you cannot make it. And this must be gone from your life. There are many things that causes also a house to be a mess, a division inside of a house. I was talking to people here, and seems to be the reality in many people's house. People live in the same house together, husband and wife, father and mother, children, and it seems that they live in different countries. Seems that they live in separate cities, even though they share the same room sometimes, because of the distance that there is between them. There is an evil spirit, a darkness that acts separating, causing division inside of a house. And this is going to be our main topic this Friday. You are welcome to join us here in our church in Gothenburg or in our church in Stockholm. All day long we will be ready to help you. You can look up on our website uckg.se for more information about our address, about our timetable. You can always give us a call or text us on WhatsApp or send us a message on the message of Facebook. We are here ready to hear about the situation you're going through, to pray for you, and to guide you the steps of faith that are necessary for you to change your whole life. I want to watch one more video, this clip with many life stories, many people with their before and after, and you'll see how wonderful are the transformation in their life, the transformation which you can also acquire in your life. There is no impossible case for the power of God.
If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. If my people who are called.
Well, dear friends, we are getting to the end of our program, Problems and Solutions, and I also want to extend our invitation. Not just Friday, but also every day you can come to the Universal Church. We have our doors open. Give us a call, make an appointment. We are ready to listen to you. If you want a one-to-one counseling with us or one of our advisors, if you're a woman, if you want to talk to one of the one woman that you feel more comfortable, our wives, they will be always ready. We have also the assistants that can assist you in problems. In the same way that God, through power of faith, not through religion, changed their lives, He can also change your life. And this Sunday now, we're going to have all over the world, in all universal churches, this wonderful seminar, the Bulletproof Marriage. It doesn't matter if you're married, if you're single, divorced, a widow. It doesn't matter your relationship status right now. What matters is whatever investment you make in that, you're going to reap good fruits. And this Sunday, we're going to be separating a special time to give you this wonderful seminar, the Bulletproof Marriage. You who are married, you're going to bring a paper with your name and the name of your spouse. You are dating, you can also do that. Those who are single, bring your own name. You are widow, you are divorced, you want happiness in your love life. You know, that is an issue that all people go through. The same way the rain falls for the poor and the rich, the same way many marriages in poor families and in rich families are being destroyed. There is no guarantee of how much money you have that can make you to be happy in your love life. For instance, financial independence have been also a cause for many separations when there is no agreement in marriage. Well, we're going to be talking more about that this Sunday, especially 11 a.m. here in our church in Gothenburg, 11 a.m. Also in our church, in our headquarters in Stockholm, 11 a.m. And all over the world, wherever there is a universal church, there will be there a man of God ready to bless your relationship, your love life for those who are single. This is our special invitation for you. Don't forget, bring your name, your partner's name, or if you're single, your own name. And God bless all of you, and see you next time.
Is it a curse or a coincidence? The same problems happen over and over again. Divorces, health problems that require surgery, financial failure, car accidents, spiritual attacks. It's not a coincidence, but a curse. Every Friday at the Universal Church, strong prayers are held against all curses. Come and break the curse that you and your family has been under.
I'm not leaving this hospital until I know what's wrong with my daughter.
If you want out, that's fine with me.